Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma aftah 'alaina hikmataka wanshur 'alaina min khazaini rahmatika ya arhamar rahimin. Subhanaka la 'ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana innaka antal 'alimul hakim. Rabbi zidni 'ilma warzuqni fahma. Sallallahu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Alright everybody, so today we're going to look at recount writing. Okay, so what is recount writing? Before we move further to what is recount writing, let us see what is the lesson objective. Okay, the learning objective or the lesson objective is at the end of this lesson, you should be able to create your own recount writing. Don't worry if you cannot create, you can always ask me. Okay, so what are the steps to success? First one, you have to know that recount means throwback. It's a throwback. I'm sure you know what is throwback, isn't it? Okay, and the second one, you need to use past tense. And the third one is you need to answer the 4W and 1H. What are the 4Ws? The 4Ws are what, who, when, where. And the 1H is how. Okay. What is recount writing? So as I mentioned earlier, recount means throwback. Right? Okay, so what is the purpose of recount writing? As you can see here, it says to retell a series of events. Artinya, menceritakan semula. Okay, now how are you going to structure your recount writing? Okay, you see that it has to be an orientation and a series of events sequence in time. Whatever comes first, you need to write down that one first. Whatever comes last, so you write down paling akhir sekali. Okay, let's look at the important one, general language features. Okay, there it says time words to connect events. Artinya you need to include first, letter, soon after that, right? And then the second one, descriptive language. Let me give you an example. Yesterday, I went to an interesting birthday party. Okay, it says that yesterday he went to a party. Okay, but not just saying he went to the party, it also tell you that he is going to an interesting birthday party. Okay, and then it has to be in past tense. Right, and after that, it needs to tell where, when, with, whom, or who, or, and how. Okay. Now, how are we going to write that? Recounts can be written in the first or third person. This tells the reader who is telling the story. Okay, let's look at the first person column. First person means I or we. If you are writing about something that happened to you, use the first person. For example, I was standing at the bus stop waiting for my bus home. Notice that it says I and also my, right? And recount writing can be written as a third person. Okay, look at the third person column. Third person means he, she, it, or they. If you are writing about something that happened to somebody else, use the third person. Now, for example, David was standing at the bus stop waiting for his bus home. Notice that it says David, and also the word his. Okay. Next, use the past tense. Recounts describe things that have happened in the past. So use the past tense when you are writing. Now look at the example that has been given to you. Notice that you cannot use present tense. I am running. No, no, no. That's a big no. And then look at the David will smile when he sees his birthday cake. That means if you say that David will smile, that means it is in the future. It is not throwback. Okay? Now, there are many types of recount writing. All right, so some of these include letter, diary, newspaper article, biography, sports report, trip report, or magazine article. Okay, notice that every of these is actually written in past tense, especially newspaper article and also diary. I'm sure if you have diary, you know you always write it what happened, yang apa yang sudah terjadi. You're not going to tell what happened after that. Okay. All right, when you are doing recount writing, connectives and conjunctions are very important. Okay, let's look at the connectives. Connectives are words or phrases that join ideas in two sentences or paragraphs. Okay, first, second, afterwards, next, later, meanwhile, finally. And conjunctions, I'm pretty sure that we have learned about this on Saturday last week. Right, so conjunctions are words or phrases that join ideas in the same sentence. Okay, you know it's and, but, when, before, after, because, and so. Okay, so look at this person's diary. Okay, look at this person's diary. Now, you see that it has sequence of events, you know, from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay, now I want you to look at it and pause this one and read it by yourself. Did you pause and read? I hope so. Okay, so from the points on the previous slide, okay, this person has developed or has elaborate, or artinya menerangkan, menulis lebih detail lagi about his experience going to the museum. Okay, so when you look at the first paragraph, the last sentence of the first paragraph, it says, when we got off the train, it was pouring with rain. Notice that at the previous slide, it didn't say at all about rain, isn't it? So this is your own experience. This is this person's experience. I mean, so this person can write anything. And then when you look at the previous slide and this one, which one is more interesting to read? This one, right? Okay, so I hope that you will be writing your interesting throwback. Okay, don't worry. This is how you write down your recount writing. You need to have the beginning, you need to have the middle, and also the end. Okay? So this is the recount writing assessment or your checklist. Use this checklist to check whether you have, if you have included the important points from this slide. Okay, so I think that's all. If you do not understand, please do not hesitate. Jangan malu-malu, contact teacher. Okay? Alright. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.